I think by now you know that I have great respect for the ex-Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan. From what I've seen, of his words and of his positions and his opinions. And I think you've also heard that he was the victim of a failed assassination plot in recent days, and that the assassins one of the assassins got away, the other one was captured, but they managed to only injure him by putting a few holes in his legs, in both of his legs. And why I'm raising this is that I'm trying to shape a particular understanding of Islam, and this is another means for me to understand the real essence of our deen, is by looking at a person like Imran Khan. Now, he doesn't walk around with a long beard. He doesn't project himself as a person of law, of Sharia and so on, even when he was Prime Minister. And yet, he has a profound interest in the welfare of his people, in the overthrow of injustice, of corruption. And then at his root, at his core, there is a spiritual awareness, which I respect most of all. And I wanted just to have a look at this video that I've got here, a little excerpt of an interview that he had with Piers Morgan. I think that was in the last recent day or two that this interview took place. And I wanted to look at how he projects his inner motivation for the brave stand that he's taken and facing the risk and the wrath of those sinister dark forces that are really in control in Pakistan.
I mean, you are a remarkably phlegmatic character, Imran. And again, I go back to when I watched you play cricket and you faced the fastest bowlers probably the world has ever seen. And you did it with swashbuckling panache and audacity and courage. But it's one thing facing fast bowlers in a cricket match, quite another going back out after people have tried to shoot you dead and know that they may try again. Where are you getting this strength of character from?
There's faith. I have, I never really had faith in my life till much later, at the end of my cricketing career. And it's very clear there are two ways of spending your life. One is, where you're conscious, the spiritual life, which is that there is a purpose to existence, and how much the Almighty gives you, the more responsibility He puts on you. So that's one way. And the other is living for yourself, which is very easy. I mean, even from after cricket, I never had to work after that. I could easily live a very comfortable life. So it was a conscious decision some 30 years ago that this is it. I must try and change my society. And the one sentence, rule of law. It's what makes a difference between a civilized society and a banana republic. And so our one thing that is keeping us back is we don't have justice here. And Piers, for your information, here me, the ex-Prime Minister, the head of the biggest party in Pakistan, my government is in control in the biggest province in Punjab where this attempt took place. Do you know I could not get a case registered against these three important people, and only because one of them was this intelligence officer. I couldn't do it because they are so powerful that the police would not register my case.
You can watch the entire interview if you look for the interview between Imran Khan and Piers Morgan. People that have really taught me the most about the Qur'an and about the religion are those people who have actually put it to the test, that have actually implemented it. Now, by implementing Islam, I mean with all the dangers and risks associated. If I take, for example, the original, and these people speak often about the Salaf, but the real Salaf is the Prophet. If we can regard him and those who joined the battle, were at the war front, at the battlefront with him as the Salaf for one moment, then what we find is that these men and women faced risks, mortal danger to their lives. They had the gun or the bow and arrow pointed at their heads often. They had the sword being swung at them so many times and so often. They had the assassin scheming to kill them so often. And that is what Imran Khan is experiencing, is the wrath of the enemy. And it is only when you face this danger, when you face this mortal danger to your own life, that it gives you deeper insight into certain aspects of your deen. When I experienced difficulty, when I faced also some form of mortal danger, during the height of apartheid, I was kept in detention, I was interrogated, I was kept awake at night, I had the gun against my head, I had the threats, I had the good cop and the bad cop all on me. And what I can tell you is that, and I also was threatened with being killed, the hardship you suffer makes you better at understanding the Qur'an. Because then I would I would throw myself at the Holy Qur'an to find solace, to find meaning, to explain what am I going through, what is going on. Because certainly I know I have to confront evil. There's a natural push for me to confront it. And yet I feel afraid, I feel compromised, I feel vulnerable. And suddenly when reading the Qur'an, these verses have completely new meaning. And that is what I want to share with you here, is that people like Imran Khan, people like who have experienced the wrath, the attack, the assault of the enemy, are able to understand their deen and their Qur'an better also. It's like a doctor, if a doctor has not done any operations, if he's only read about sick people and suffering and trauma from a textbook, it cannot prepare him. He has to go and actually face people, face death, face blood, face suffering for him to be a better doctor. And I believe the Muslim scholar, has to have immersed himself in the dangers and in the risks of the deen of Islam, which is the risks associated with confronting evil, confronting Fir'aun, confronting the oppressors of our time. I just thought, let me share that with you, and it makes me feel so much more respect for people like this Imran Khan. And that is really how we develop our religious and our spiritual strength. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.